What's up, Cerebral Football fans? Hey, guys, just wanted to stop in for a little bit of a live stream. Let me know if you guys can hear me well because I got headsets in, so that way you can't hear the TV in the background. But yeah, I just want to take a look, stick around for a quarter or two, just kind of see what's going on here with the Birds, guys, and take a look at these new kickoff rules. A couple of things kind of coming down the pipeline that are unique and new here. So I kind of want to see the way that it kind of plays out with a couple of these new, rules in place. I also kind of want to see the way they structure the offensive line. So just kind of waiting to see kind of like how they rotate and how they do things with the offensive line. I know we're probably not going to get a lot of starters playing, but nonetheless, I lost my pen. I want to see who's ahead of who early on in this camp. What's good, guys? Let me pull up everybody's comments real quick because once it gets going, guys, it'll be hard for me to do. I'll have to pull this down every now and then and pull it back up and look. What's up, Jonathan? How you doing, man? Isaiah, what's good, buddy? Messiah, how you doing, man? I want to see how they, like I was just talking about it, Messiah. I want to see how the offensive line kind of like plays. I want to see how they have guys slated here. I'm curious what they do on the defensive line. I heard a lot of news about Moro Ojama. This is a guy that I was like really, really high on last year. If you guys remember, I think he's my most viewed video straightforward. So I'm pretty excited to see like Ojama, like some of these, Milton Williams, some of these guys that are maybe being forgot about a little bit in terms of like the production they can have. And like Vic Fangio's he's got a knack for like really getting guys to play at an upper level. I mean, you go look at Zeeler and some of the other interior defensive linemen he's worked with in the past and look at their production, guys. I mean, I'm excited to see if there's something there from a pass rush perspective. Sorry, guys, they're still just doing sideline stuff. All right, we're getting down to the kickoff, man. We got Tucker kind of getting ready to line everything up and do his thing. I'm going to expand this so I can see a little better, guys. All right, kick returner. Isaiah Rogers is back. That's interesting, guys. I mean, fighting for the starting corner spot, that's definitely been a kind of a talking point about whether or not they would have Isaiah Rogers like fielding punts and stuff. So it's definitely an interesting one, kind of something to keep an eye on here. All right, so kickoff's coming from the 40. You can see there's like 5 yards separating both sides. All right, about halfway through the end zone, we got a kneel down. So Isaiah Rogers wasn't the one who fielded it. I can't see who that is, guys. I'm sorry. All right, they're coming in. It looked like Kenny Gainwell might have been the person who was actually handling the kickoff return. So they had Rogers, and it looks like Gainwell back there, I think. All right, here they come out, guys. So let's take a look at what we got going on here. I can see Brett Toth is out there. So it looks like, I don't know, is Toth playing center? So we got, let me see, number 74. So Becton is out there. Becton's at right guard. Toth looks like he's at center. I'm assuming Big Fred Johnson's probably going to be the right tackle, but I can't see well enough yet. Left tackle, I'm not sure who that is yet either, guys. 74 is the left tackle. Oh, quick play to, I mean, I didn't have time to really talk there, guys, but that was a really quick setup there, really quick pass out to Britton Covey, which that's another interesting standpoint, guys. Is Britton Covey going to actually have a role within the offense? Like, I don't think he's going to get a ton of snaps. I don't think he'll get a ton of targets per se, but just because he's not versatile enough, like he's a slot only. But I mean, the dude's got a little wiggle, man. He does got a little juice to him. And I do think that there have been times they probably could have gotten him involved over other guys, and he did. All right, here they come spread, guys. We're spread out. So I pick it up first. Yeah, I can tell because of the one glove on his throwing hand. Quick snap, quick throw into the tight end. Looks like, well, I was about to say Stoll. That's not Stoll. Wilson. Johnny Wilson. So it looks like Johnny Wilson's already involved in the passing game. I mean, you could definitely see, guys, if you're watching along, it's quick. This is definitely that quick game stuff that we've been talking about. It's quick. You're probably in the shotgun. You're getting like pretty much a 1 to 1.5. Sometimes there's a hitch. Sometimes there's not a hitch. This just means collecting and gathering, guys. So, I mean, it's definitely a quick game. Here we go. Inside zone. Good run from Gainwell. I'll tell you what, man, that interior line definitely got some push. So 74 is Fred Johnson, guys. So I think 74 is playing left tackle. So it looks like Fred's out there at left tackle. So I got to figure out who's at right tackle. Yeah, I'm really curious how they're going to stack this line, guys. Another inside zone run. There's a lot of room up the middle, guys. I mean, they are absolutely blowing these dudes off the ball. Pause. You know what I'm saying? All right, we got 72. Looks like he's playing out there at right tackle. I'm sorry, some of these offensive linemen, guys, I'm not overly familiar with. So 72 is playing right tackle. Fred Johnson's at left tackle. Brett Topp's at center. Becton's at right guard. We just got to figure out who the left guard is, guys. It looks like we had a false start. Yeah, somebody jumped. Number 79 is playing left guard. I'm going to look up the team site real quick, guys, and figure out who it is that we're out here talking about, guys. Might be helpful, right? So it's not Dankwa. Dankwa is number 78. I was hoping to see him because you heard a lot being talked about him in camp, guys, that he's like a really long player out there on the edge, 35-inch plus, like arm reach, like definitely the type of guys that Stoutland seems to kind of like out there playing out that way. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting setup to see how they do everything here. So we have Fred Johnson. So Trevor Keegan is starting at left tackle. So that's Keegan or I'm sorry, left guard. My bad, guys. Keegan's at left guard. So 72 is Darian Kennard. So Darian Kennard is at right tackle. So that's how they came out set up, guys. So left to right, you got Fred Johnson. Left guard, you got Trevor Keegan. Center, you got Brett Tough. Right guard, you got Mekhi Becton. And then right tackle, you got Darian Kennard. So that's how they came out with the offensive line. You can see how quickly they're quick to the setup, guys. All right, let's see if Pickett can read. We're tight to formation. Oh, yeah, a little tight end screen. I like this. This is something that's been lacking from our offense. I think we need to be taking more advantage of some of the athleticism we had at tight end. This is something I hope to see in season, to where they take advantage of that. You can see where they give them a little RPO look, to where or you could even suggest that they were trying to give them a power look, make them look like they were going to run power. You can see that the right guard came pulling around, and then you see they set up that little tight end screen to the opposite side. I hope we see more of that type of thing, guys. Like that's something that's been really missing from the offense. Guys, as soon as there's a change of possession, I'll check comments. All right. All right. Let's see. Come on, Pickett. Quick reads, brother. Ball at your hands. He's taking a shot. That was pretty bad place ball. That was not very good. I mean, the coverage was great there. I don't know that he could really done much there. Nate Wiggins was all over him. But yeah, that wasn't the best place of football. I'm not gonna lie. Looks like they were trying to get Ross with some speed there. Is that John Ross? All right, single back set, shotgun guys, offset to the right. The running back is. They got a 3-by-1 set. Top so bad on the connection. Sorry, guys. It's going to be tough, man, because it's trying to run both the operating systems at the same time. So it's on NFL Network out here, so I got to run it off my laptop. But some notes I got, guys, from that first possession. Number one, I do think Kenny Pickett, in terms of being able to process and see the field, much better backup than Marcus Mariota, if I'm being real about the situation. But I'll say in the same breath, you can see some of the limitations of Kenny Pickett too, right? He's not a great vertical passer of the football, to be quite honest, guys. The offensive line, what I saw come out there, guys, was they had Fred Johnson out at left tackle. They had Trevor Keegan out at left guard. Brett Toth was playing center. They had the big guy in there at right guard, Mekhi Becton. And then they had Darian Kennard was playing right tackle. You saw some 3-by-1 sets. You saw some types of formation things. You saw some inside zone on that first possession, that first drive. I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of that yet, guys, in terms of like what we're going to see other than it's quick processing. It's hard to tell, Drew, because I don't have enough time to see it in terms of like the coach's tape. And like I'm just trying to pay attention to formation and players. I didn't have enough time to really analyze necessarily footwork or throwing mechanics on that possession, if I'm going to be honest about it. So I don't really know. I could see that on that one deep shot he had to John Ross, that Wiggins was all over that play. Number one, there's not a lot of space to fit that football. Like I don't really think that there was anything he could have done, quite honestly. But on the other hand of things, like it was not a very well placed football, to be quite honest. So you could tell, like I said, I don't know if you guys picked it up on it because the stream cut out on me. That's the problem with running both these operating systems. But I said on that play, I was like, oh, if you look, you can see that they got a 3-by-1. They're trying to isolate onto that side, and Pickett's rolling to that side. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'll have to judge it later, Drew. In terms of if he has some throwing, hiccups in his motion. It's hard to say. All right, let me see, guys. I got to pull it back up again. It might cut us back out again. I apologize. There's nothing I can do, guys. It's just that it calls for a lot of processing speed, and I think that's part of it. I'm going to close out my editing, my software editor. Maybe that'll help us free up some space. And then I'm going to close out a bunch of windows too. So hopefully that'll help us out a little bit. So I'm curious how they do, defensively. I want to see some of the sets. I want to see who they bring out there. Vic plays a lot of that Liz and Rip safety rotation in terms of that starts off in quarters, ends in something different, to be quite honest. I got them breaking the huddle now with Josh Johnson at quarterback for them. Obviously, no one's playing starters. They're coming out in a 3-by-1 stack. Okay. Eagles are coming out in like a base quarters is what they're kind of giving you in terms of the look. I saw Milton was out there, and I saw Jalen Carter out there. So Milton and Jalen Carter on the inside. It looked like the linebackers were Zach Bond. Hang on. Yeah, Bond's playing over that way. Oh, nice jump. Was that Quinion? Oh, Quinion was all over that, guys. Quinion looks like a ball player, guys. I think we got that first-round pick right. It's looking like a ball player to me. All right, we're in field goal range, unfortunately, from what I can see. So Devin White and Zach Bond look like they were the linebackers in this one. Blank, I got to look and see on the next possession who else is playing beside Blank. I think it was Avonte Maddox, but I didn't really get a good chance to really look and see, guys. But I think Avonte was there. So I think Avonte was the other safety. Quinion looked like he was, I don't know if he was playing outside. I got to look at it again, guys, when they come back again. But Quinion was in there on that pass breakup, man. It was a heck of a play by Quinion. What Gate, the GOAT? Where you been? I've been around, guys. I got the newborn, so it's been a little tough. But I'll be back for the football season, guys. This part of my strategy is going to be a lot of these live streams, guys. We're going to be live streaming more than I normally do. Predict that Johnny Wilson will have 5 receptions for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns in this game. I don't know, man. We'll see. I think Pickett afforded himself. I think Pickett played better than what I saw from Mariota last year in the preseason off that one possession, guys. But they're still like he's not there completely. Like anything above like 15 yards, it's a little iffy with him. My God. So there you are, Gay. Hey, all's good, guys. All's good. Pickett issue is mechanics. Drew, it's a little bit of everything. Like I'm sure like you're dealing with some issues when you have smaller hands as a quarterback. I'm not trying to make fun of the young man, but I mean, there's a reason why he wears a glove on his hand. It's so that way he can get grip on the ball, just because he has smaller hands for a quarterback. I think he's below 9 inches. Like I think he's like 8 3/4, 8.5 inch, like hand measurement, which is very small for a quarterback. It's going to cause issues. So there are some things like that about his game. It's a little nuanced. I mean, there are other guys that are not. Tom Brady didn't have the biggest hands in the game. But he also was caught up in the deflate gate stuff too. So I don't know if that's the greatest example to use to say that you can overcome it per se. But Tom Brady, really good ball player, obviously. So I mean, obviously there are some guys with smaller hands that do fairly well in the NFL, but Kenny Pickett is like definitely outside one standard deviation. Like, it's 2 or 3 standard deviations away from the NFL norm for hand size for a quarterback. I doubt they will do much rotation in preseason, right? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, disguising. Yeah, I'm not sure, Drew. We'll see. Oh my God, Drew said, nice correlation to Deflategate. Didn't even think about that. Yeah, it kind of, as I was saying it came to me, Drew. I was like, oh, well, that may not be the best example to use there, Steve, because, thanks going live game day. This is awesome. What's up, Mr. Sandman? How you doing, buddy? Man, that new kickoff rule is going to be hard to adjust to, guys. So Gainwell took that kickoff. That was Gainwell on that kickoff, guys. This is going to be definitely an adjustment, man. I'm not used to it. Give me 1 second, guys. I got some rice cooking, so I'm multitasking. Give me 1 minute, all right? Well, that's hot. I'm gonna need a net or a towel. All right, guys, let's check this game out, man. You can't get the game? Yeah, I'm out. I'm in North Carolina too, Drew. So I got to use it through NFL Plus. That's how I end up getting it. All right, 8:20 minutes, 8:20 mark, first quarter, guys. 3-0 Ravens. All right, Toth looks like he's still at center. Yeah, it looks like they're coming out pretty much the same way. 3-by-1, tight end in line. Another inside zone run. Guys, they got this inside zone all day long if they wanted it. I mean, they are absolutely pushing these dudes. Mind you, I don't know that this is their starting interior defensive line. It doesn't look like it is. I can't tell. I don't follow them that closely, guys. The Ravens, I know they're a good football team. I know they're a very good defense, but I don't know if that's their starting D-line. But no matter what, this is our second team all line, and it's definitely pushing. Becton and Keegan and Toth are definitely moving that inside. There they go again, another one. That was Shipley. Shipley got his first carry since I've been watching. I mean, they're just absolutely moving the inside. So it's like cakework, man. Shipley plays pretty tough through contact. Okay. All right, guys. 2-by-2 set. They got a tight end. It's in a wing position. Running back was offset. It's a handoff again. Another 2-3 yard gain here on first down. That was Shipley carrying the rock again. The one thing I will say is like there seems to be some balance in terms of the way they're pressing the pedals with the run game compared to the passing game. But I'm also going to say, grain of salt here because we're judging a preseason game, and what's going on in the preseason may have absolutely nothing to do. Yeah, Toth is at center, Drew. So left or right, it's Fred Johnson at left tackle, Keegan's at left guard, Toth's at center, Becton's at right guard, Kennard's at right tackle. Not so far, Entree. Not so far, man. No problems yet from him snapping the ball. It's early. Yeah, Nate Wiggins is going to be a good player, guys. All right, they're definitely trying to get the ball in here. Good play. Good play, Ross. John Ross with a great catch on Wiggins, man. Bang, bang at the sticks. It was a really good coverage, really good catch. Better catch. I mean, they're moving the football. They didn't get any points on the first possession, but I will say Pickett is moving the ball for them. Inside, zone again, big run. Man, they're getting 5-6 yard clips here on the run game, man. I mean, Shipley and Gainwell, when Gainwell was in, they're both just, they're getting 5-6 yards at will off that inside zone. I think he got like 7 yards on that carry. All right. Running backs offset to the left, shotgun formation, good snap. Hand off to Shipley again. He's right around there. It's going to be like third and like a yard or less. Definitely a better stand from the interior D line that time. I also think they were playing like an 8 or 9 man run fit that time. I don't have coaches tape to see it as clearly, guys, or to slow down right now, but it definitely looked like an 8 or 9 man run fit that time. They were definitely expecting it. All right, Johnson, Keegan, Toth. Steen's in now. Steen's in at right guard, guys. So Steen's getting his first action at right guard. Another huge hole, man. Yeah, they got that one. It's first down. I'll give this to Steen, man. He's not as big as Becton, but he's tough, man. Tough young man. When it comes to the run game, he's a bull down there. I think he's got to get a little better in those pass drops and those pass sets. They're inside zoning this team to death, man. It's not a lot of excitement to report on, guys. It's just inside zone. Like, if you don't have a TV to watch it, all I can really tell you is that the offensive line is carrying that Ravens D line 3 yards down almost every single snap. Here we go. RPO into the tight end, across the middle. That was Calcaterra, man. Calcaterra seems like he's going to have some kind of role. That was very, with the news of Nick Foles retiring, it was very Nick Folian-like. Looks like that old 2017 Doug Peterson, and Frank Reich. Nick Foles RPO offense. That's what it looked like there. Number 38 is in at running back. I think that might be Ty Davis-Price. Inside zone, Ty Davis-Price. He didn't see the hole that well. Still got positive yardage there, but he definitely missed an opportunity. He kind of put his head down and went in through contact instead of keeping it up and looking. Our guy Top got his helmet knocked off. 2 minutes. It's a 2:49 mark, first quarter, guys. Line is the same, minus Steen. Steen's in for Becton now. Shipley's in at running back, offset to the right. All right, he just got moved over, offset to the left. Another RPO play. It's a catch and a strike, man. It's just a little in route. It's a little in route by John Ross. But, look, it's effective. They're getting these little chunk yards. It's not huge yardage, guys. This is very quick game stuff here we're seeing from Pickett. It's 7 to 12 yards is the range they're throwing in. A couple of tight end screens and stuff we've seen earlier. A lot of tight end usage, by the way, too. Primarily 11 personnel, but right now they got Albert O in. Albert O is in line bottom of your screen. It's another zone run, inside zone. Yeah, they were in 12 personnel. They had 80, 85 and 87 out there. I think they had 87 split out because I didn't even see him when I was first looking over the line. All I saw was Alberto. All right, here comes Calcaterra back in. John Ross is back in. Minute 30, first quarter. The Eagles they're inside the red zone. It's third. It's the third or first down. I can't even say, guys. They're not showing the sticks. I apologize. Yeah, I think it's first and goal from the 10. Yeah, first and goal from the 10. Inside zone again. Man, Shipley looks good running that play. He got it down around like the 6-7 yard line. There's not a lot of fascinating things here to report on, guys. It's very basic structured offense. I apologize. There's just not a lot of breakdown outside of who's playing, how they're utilizing them, the roles that we're seeing. To me, Shipley, Calcaterra, John Ross, those guys that, they seem to be the main guys that he's targeting right now. All right, we're under a minute, 37, 36, second and goal. 89 comes in line, which was Wilson. And we got a timeout or a false start? Timeout. All right, looks like Nick took a timeout. All right, while they take a timeout, let's talk. I apologize, guys. Like I said, there's not a whole lot like that can really. It's just basic offensive sets, guys. I mean, it's a lot of inside zone. It's a lot of quick in breaking route stuff. John Ross had a really good catch on the sideline against Wiggins on an out route. Little one-step shotgun formation, one-step no-hitch out route throw that Pickett beat him. He beat the coverage, and Ross made a good catch. And then he had an in-breaking route on the opposite side of the field just now, where he made a pretty good catch to set up a first and goal. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot going on here, guys. Inside zone, there's quick passing games, some RPO stuff, some tight end screen stuff. It's not, yeah, it's not the most, it's not the most exciting thing. Curious move to bring Steen now. Yeah. I thought they were maybe proclaiming him to be the starter for a minute, Drew. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. They're not going to play Steen. And then they brought him out on the second possession. So they played Becton the first possession and brought Steen in. I'll say this, no matter who's been in, that offensive line is moving people. That O-line is physical. Drew said, I like watching the run game, especially here in Philly. Mr. Sandman said, Shipley is not afraid of the smoke. He's a contact runner. He's going to need to bulk up about 8 to 10 pounds to last in the NFL. Yeah, he's kind of shocking me a little bit, Mr. Sandman. Like, I watched him being an NC State guy and him being a Clemson guy, but I didn't realize he was this physical when he runs. I always thought he was a little bit more of the elusive type. But, yeah, I mean, he's showing kind of a little similar game to Kenny G. Kenny G and him have very similar games. Stupid Germany. Sorry, Drew. Yeah, it hurts when you're outside the country, man. There's no doubt about it, bro. Shipley needs to work on his pass, bro. It is preseason. No worries. More interested in personnel. All right, guys. Let's see what's going on here, guys. It's a pretty encouraging sign that this is going on. I guess they're still taking a water break here. 35 seconds left on the quarter, guys. First quarter, second and goal. Looks like they got us marked at about the 7-yard line. Wiggins is still in the game for Baltimore, so while they may not be playing their starters, they still got guys out there that they want to take a look at that might potentially be starters as the season goes on. So they got a few guys out there that are definitely, not just names. They're more than names out there. So it's kind of encouraging that we move the ball like this. All right, 12-man personnel. Tight ends are all set to the right here. You got one in line. You got one in the wing. Calcaterra is your wing. Oh, Johnny Wilson is in. He just came tight to formation. They're just faked a run. Touchdown, Will Shipley. They faked the run to Shipley. Did a boot with Pickett out to the right. Found Shipley just streaking down the sideline wide open, guys. Touchdown, Philly. I like that formation, guys. I think that was Azama, 87. Is that Azama, I think, guys? It was number 87 was in line. Then they had Calcaterra in the wing, and they brought Big Johnny Wilson as the X. They took him and moved him in tight. That's a lot of size in the red zone, guys. That's a ton of size in the red zone. That doesn't even include having a guy like A.J. Brown, who, while I don't think is the greatest in terms of run blocking, he can be. He's got the size. If he really wants to get on your tail, as a defensive back, he can definitely push you around a little bit. It's a big dude. 7-3 Philly, man. Drew said, yeah, I hope it's encouraging the staff to showcase the run during the preseason or during the season. Yeah. I don't want to take too much away from it, Drew, but you can see that it's part of the staple. Inside zone is going to be part of their staple, clearly. That play design was beautiful. Yeah, it was a nice play. Drew said, nice touchdown. Yeah, AJ be whiffing on his blocks a lot. Yeah, he does. He's physical enough to do it. He's got all the physicality to do it. He just, yeah. Sometimes it doesn't quite go as planned, right? Give me 1 second, guys. I got to check on this dinner. Just technique, I think. Yeah, I can see what you're saying, Drew. Yeah, AJ has all the physical, the physical abilities. He's got the physical size. He could definitely do it if he wanted to. But I do agree with you. Sometimes he'd be out there missing. He'd be missing them blocks. This new kickoff rule, guys, if you're not able to watch this game, it's going to throw you off, man. It's going to throw you off when you finally get to see it because they're only 5 yards apart. Definitely feels weird. And the kicker's so far back, man, relative to everybody else. Oh, ball came out. I think the Eagles got it. I think the Eagles got the ball. Oh, man, that sucks, bro. I feel bad for that young man. Let me see if it was an actual fumble. Man, Elliott put that one in play, too, bro. That was not all the way to the goal line. Who was that? 36. Number 36 got his helmet in there, man. Knocked the ball out. Did it come free? No, I think the ground calls that. I don't know if that's going to hold up, guys. That one's kind of close, man. I think the ground actually kind of calls that one. We'll see. Yeah, no, the ground calls it. They're in a 50 front, guys. Ooh, Nolan, you got to make that tackle, buddy. Come on, Nolan Smith. Nolan was on Sweat's side of the field, that right defensive end spot, right edge spot. Had an opportunity to get that shut down a little earlier in the backfield. Now, mind you, he's a contained player. But if he would, if he had just kind of just went for it, he had it. He had that shutdown in the backfield if he would have went for that one. So that is definitely something to talk about, guys, as we talk about formations. Is that, just like all the predecessors we've had here in Philadelphia, they do play a lot of 50 front. Vic does, obviously, but he doesn't play nearly as much as his predecessors. When I say 50 front, guys, I'm talking about where you got a nose, you got 2 4 eyes, and you got the overhangs on your D. A lot of times with that situation when you're looking at Vic Fangio, you're looking at an 8 or 9 man run fit. That's normally what they're going to do. If it's an 8 man run fit, it's called a sling fit. So if you're slinging the fit, that normally means somebody's moving out. Someone's going to come out of there. It's going to be an 8 man fit. So then you play 8 man fit rules. If it's a 9 man fit. You got a man for every single gap. Not always true, guys. Don't hold me to this because there's always exceptions to rules. But normally 7 man run fits are going to be 2 gaps. 8 man run fits, you'll see a lot of gap and a half or single gap. And then 9 man run fits are generally speaking, they're single gap because you literally have a player for every single gap. But yeah, heavy rundowns, they'll be 50. Or if they got a team that they feel is kind of heavy in the run, they'll play that. Yeah, mad about not seeing the game. I really wanted to see that goofy kickoff. Yes, it is definitely weird. Mr. Sandman said the way Moore set them up with that inside zone, then go under center and play action to the running back was brilliant. Yeah, I agree. He's got a little knack to him, right? You can see some of the pieces that made. I hate to say it because every time we talk about this person, it brings up resentment from people, but it's got a little almost of the Shane Steichen, right? I don't know that Steichen is going to be as good at creating the offense, the nuts and the bolts of the offense, but he could call it. Right? That man knew how to call an offense. That was for sure. There's definitely a fit and a feel for how you do game flow, game management, right, Mr. Sandman? And some dudes, I think, generally speaking, calling plays is a lot easier than people understand. But there are some people who are just elite at it. Like the Andy Reeds, those guys that just have a really good feel for things. And even Andy struggled at times with time management. That not that his offense was flawed or anything, but sometimes his time management was really flawed. All right, guys. Boom, boom. Their 4 man front. Nolan was in. Oh man, that was a nice looking pass. Isaiah Rogers got beat inside a little bit there. Kirkwood got him a little bit on the inside. There's definitely a little bit of a matchup difference here, though, man. You're talking quite a bit of difference in the height. Looks like Avante's. Yeah, Avante's in at safety. Bradbury's in at safety. Quignon's. Is that Quignon? No, who's 58? Who is that? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out some of these new Eagles. Davion Taylor. Not Davion. That would be funny if he was still here. No, Davion was 52 when he was here. 58 was the young kid from Kansas. I can't think of his name anymore. Kyron Johnson used to be 58. Anyways, they had him playing out there. There's a linebacker. They had him playing out there in space like that. See, that same thing with Zach Baum. They just somebody just jumped for the Ravens. So they just really did the same thing with Zach Baum here. So these are quarter-based coverage rules. So to explain some of this, guys, before it gets too deep into this, Mr. Salmon, I know you know this, but it's quarter-based coverage rules is what you're seeing out here. So if you're wondering, like the linebackers, guys, they have to be able to do that. Like you have to understand that you have those 6 areas underneath that have to be covered by X amount of players. If you're going to play, quarters coverage, then you got 3 to 4 guys that are going to count in for how you're going to do things in terms of covering the flat area, right? If you're going to play, cover 3, then you got 4 guys under, 3 guys deep. Cover 2, you got 5 guys under and 2 guys deep. It's just a matter of how you want to play that area, right? How you want to play basically flats into like that, that hook area. Into, you have to know how to play each and every one of those. And sometimes you're going to have linebackers have to cover that area. So you're going to have guys that are going to go from the hook to the curl, or they're going to go curl to the flats. So someone's always going to be tasked like that, and you're going to have linebackers that can do that. If they play their coverage correctly, guys, they're not going to be matched up unless it's a terrible play call. They're not going to be matched up carrying anyone downfield. That don't really happens when you really get caught. All right, guys. Johnson's still in the quarterback for the Ravens. It's a 6-3 Philly lead. We're in the second quarter. It's 2nd and 8. 87 is in motion. Ooh, Quignon had a good rush on the quarterback, but he broke away. Quignon had a good pressure, but he got free. He picked up the first down with his legs. Yeah, coming from that, it was a nickel blitz. I mean, I don't know if that was purely a blitz or if that was a replacement. I can't tell from these angles, guys, but yeah. All right, the number 58 is bothering me. Who is that? Do Control F. Oh, that's Jalix Hunt. Huh. Okay. They're definitely using Jalix Hunt in some very interesting ways. Patrick Johnson's getting a little play, guys, on the outside now. They definitely like that young man's athleticism because they're definitely playing him out there. I mean, they're not scared to have him play that hook area. Like they're definitely playing him in the hook curl and in curl flats. They don't have any problem with him playing it, over space like that. Seems to me they really like Jalix Hunt. So it looks like Jalix Hunt and Patrick Johnson are your edges right now. Not much of a pass rush. Really good play. Kaylee Ringo with a really good pass break up in the end zone. Boy, Kaylee Ringo looks like a different dude, man. That was a heck of a play. That's that athleticism, man. Yeah, good play, Ringo, man. Inside breaking route, stuck with him in his hip pocket, got his hands in there. Little tug, little pull, I'm not going to lie, but still, that was a heck of a play. 3rd and goal. He's going to run. They got him. All right. We'll see if they go for it or they bring the field goal unit on. Zach Vaughn and White combined to make the tackle. They're playing Devin White more than I thought they would play him. Devin's playing a lot. All right, field goal. 10:40 mark. Tucker's in, going for the field goal, trying to tie it up at 6. Good play by Kaylee Ringo, man. Kaylee Ringo just literally saved them 4 points. Straightforward. Kaylee Ringo saved them 4 points. Drew says, I feel sometimes play callers like to get too cute. For me, that was my knock on Kellen Moore. Mr. Salmon said Jellic dropped into coverage because they sent Mitchell, send 4, drop 7. Jellic says to keep his containment. Yeah, so if they're dropping Jellic, then that's a replacement. Then they're replacing. It's a replacement blitz. Yeah, as I was saying, I couldn't. That's the bad part, Mr. Salmon. It's like trying to talk everything through. Sometimes I can't see the full field because of the angle. But yeah, then that's definitely a replacement blitz they were bringing. Guys, give me 1 second. I got to check this dinner one last time. Sorry, guys, had to run around the house searching for things. Don't know how to feel about the defense so far. They are giving up yards, but Fangio is very vanilla. Baltimore opening up the playbook a little. Yeah, it's always tough to judge in the preseason, right, Mr. Sandman? I think we'll have a good indication come week 1 against Green Bay. Like that's a team that can put points up on the board. All right, guys, talk breaking. Keegan still at left guard. It's 3rd and 2. 9-minute mark, second quarter, basically. 3-by-1 stack, tight end in line. Looks like they're in 12 personnel. They ran the ball inside zone. It's going to be close, guys. This is close. Looks like number 38 was running the football again. Oh. I don't know if they gave it to him or not. It doesn't look like it, guys. I think we got 4th and inches. I think we have a 4th and inches situation, guys. Sorry, I'm going to eat a little bit. It's a tush push. I think that second effort saved his tail. I think he got it on the second effort. Because I have it muted so it doesn't demonetize me, so I can't really hear what the announcers are saying. So sometimes I'm like you guys, I'm finding out on the moment. So Lou Nichols has been the running back in 38. Number 38 is Lou Nichols. Interesting. So, I mean, if we're to believe, the preseason game, and I don't know if there's been an injury, there could have been an injury, but Lou Nichols is ahead of Ty Davis-Price then. Steen's still in, it looks like, at right guard, by the way. And it looks like we just got a penalty, by the way, too. They're playing Kenny Pickett quite a bit in this game. It's a little quick game. The number 87, that was not a great play. Good effort, though. I'll give this to number 87. He wants to make the team because my man was fighting for yardage. So that's Zama. Yeah, it's a Zama. Zuma. However you say it, guys. All right, guys. 2nd and 17. Pickett. That's not a good look. Not a good look for Pickett, guys. This is concerning me with Pickett, man. Anything that has to be pushed down the field, I still think this young man has a lot of growth to go in that regard. I'm not saying that this guy's shot can never play ball. I'm not saying the right system he can't be productive. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just making an observation that anything that needs to be pushed downfield, it ain't looking good so far. I mean, there's definitely some work that needs to be done here with this young man. All right, 3rd and 17, 3-by-1 set. Pickett tries to drive the ball. It's short, way short of the first down marker. John Ross with a reception. Oh, I don't know what to make of it, guys. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens as the game goes on here because I don't want to say that somebody's won a job and they haven't won crap yet. But man, I got to be honest. If I were the Eagles and I was looking at just pure ability from the quarterback spot, I think I might go with Tanner McKee. I think Tanner McKee is just a better backup, man. I think there's just more ability. I get that, preseason is not the same as the regular season. Kenny Pickett has real game experience. I get all that, but from a talent perspective, man, the little bit I've seen from these two guys, McKee looks like the better guy. So far for me, the keys have been a couple of things here. Number one, I think Quinyon Mitchell played pretty dang good in this game, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I think Quinyon had a really, really good opening sequence here. I think Caley afforded himself pretty well. I love the way that they're using Jalix Hunt. I think Jalix Hunt is a very interesting piece to see how that evolves over time. I don't know that he's going to play a ton of snaps this season, guys. I mean, he's pretty raw. But I do think that's a guy that, as time goes on, it's going to get interesting. This Baltimore Ravens team is physical with a nasty attitude. Even their backups must be the team's culture. Yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Sandman. Good test. Good preseason test, to be honest. Yeah, of course, they got TJ Tampa and Nate Wiggins. I think my guy, Devin Leary. Devin Leary used to be a quarterback at NC State. He was an elite 11 player. He transferred to Kentucky his last season because he was going to get beat out. Still a good player, though. He was definitely the better of the guys that came through state recently. Devin Leary would be an interesting guy to watch in this game because he's not scared to throw it. Sometimes to his detriment. Ooh, good play. Defense does got a little bit of, it's a little giddy up here defensively. Good time blitz there. I don't know. It might have been a replacement blitz again, guys. There is a flag, though, so let's see what that is. Hopefully it's a hold on Baltimore. I'm hoping it's not roughing the quarterback. Oh, did you say this defensive holding? Really? There's some physicality on that play. That's all I'll say. Nakobe Dean's in the game, guys. Nakobe's in. If you're not watching, Nakobe just entered the game. Smith is in. Jalix Hunt is in. They're playing at 50 front right now. Marlon Tuipulotu's on the nose and got pushed a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Marlon, come on, brother. You're better than that. Your calling card. Oh, Trot's in too. Trot Jr. and Nakobe Dean are in. Sorry, guys. Trying to manufacture a little excitement for you. I hate these preseason games, guys. I love it just because, it's football. Football's in the air, falls around the corner. This is my favorite time of the year, but I know that to be a little careful. Okay, so this is interesting, guys. They went 3 down linemen with an overhang, right? 4-man front, 3 down linemen with 1 overhang to the top of your screen was the overhang. The player they played as the hand down lineman was Moro Ojamo. playing kind of like a 5 technique there. So Jamo was his hands in the dirt 5 technique towards where Sweat normally plays. And then I think they had Jalix Hunt or Nolan Smith, I can't remember which one it was, overhanged on the top of your screen where Hassan normally plays. Your left edge area. What's up, China? How you doing? Okay, so we got a little bit to talk about, guys. I mean, that's cool. I mean, we saw Trot Jr. get in for his first reps. We saw Nakobe finally get into the game. Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt. A lot of the young guys are playing. I'm excited to go back and look at this tape later. I love to watch these preseason games a few times because it's hard to catch everybody. And then, obviously I'll go back through and score it all when I go back through. But yeah. Sorry, it's all commercial break, guys. I'm excited to see the big kid too. Young man that played for, I think it was Penn State. Then he played on the Broncos for a few years. PJ Mustipher. I want to see if there's anything there because I think they do need an answer at the backup nose. Like if anything happens to Jordan Davis, his defense is in trouble, especially from a run fit perspective. It's in trouble. But they got a lot of these young guys playing. Moro Jamo's out there playing. Smith's out there playing. Nolan Smith's out there playing. They've been playing the Jalix Hunt a lot more than I thought they would play him so far. I mean, he's got a lot of reps early. Both our young linebackers are in. A little disappointed that Nakobe couldn't lock that job up, man. I'm not going to lie. But, I mean, I was excited. I know some of you guys were like, yeah, Gabe, you were pretty excited when they signed Zach Vaughn. Yeah, but I thought he was going to be a little bit more of a hybrid player. I thought we'd see him a little bit at off ball, no doubt about it, but I thought we'd also see him on ball. So I'm a little disappointed that Nakobe couldn't lock that other side up yet. Still time. Nothing's in stone yet, but all right, second quarter, 4:34 to go. I don't know. I can't. I don't have the volume on, guys. So that doesn't look like a catch to me. It looks like he trapped it, but I don't know. The modern NFL is really hard to judge these contested catch things. You can see they had Nolan dropping, by the way. What's interesting is one could argue you're seeing a little bit of the future of the team. Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., Nakobe Dean. There's only a few guys really that are still under contract coming up next year. So you could argue that you're looking at potentially some of the future setup of this defense. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7, guys. 3rd and 7. Ball's at like the 27-yard line. They come out 3-by-1, shotgun. Running back was offset to the left. We got a penalty flag. Neutral zone infraction. I could read the lips. That's what it sounded like. What the? Come on, guys. What's that? Moro? Come on, Moro. What you doing, bro? Come on, man. Get us back them yards. Let's go. Get Justin Tucker out there. We want to see more Justin Tucker. 3rd and 2. All right, guys. 3rd and 2 after the penalty. Tui Flotu's playing your 2-eye. Jamo's playing like a 3 technique. Here comes the Jamo looping. Ooh, there's a lot of time to throw that. Oh, they got him down. They got him down short of the 6. Good play, Trot. Trot Jr. with a play. Trot Jr. stops him short of the first down marker. All right, Trot stepping in and making a play. All right, Stout is apparently their kicker. Their punter, I should say. All right, here we go. Shipley got it. Shipley made a move. No, I'm sorry. That's Covey doing all that. My bad. Covey's still on his feet. Ooh, good return by Covey, man. Covey looks like a player this year, guys. I got to tell you, I'm walking away pretty dang impressed with Britton Covey. I don't think you can expose that young man to the waiver wire this year. I think you expose that young man to the waiver wire this year, he's going to get claimed. He's looking good. Covey's one of those guys I'm walking away with going, okay, like this dude can play. I mean, I think he got taken down by the punter, but we'll ignore that fact. Still made a heck of a. He got through a couple tackles there. That was a really good punt return. All right, 2x2, running backs offset. It was Shipley, RPO into the tight end. Alberto couldn't hold on to the football. A lot of in-breaking stuff to the tight ends tonight, guys. All right, shotgun formation, 2x2 stack. Running back was offset to the right. Pickett's up. He's throwing the ball. Oof. Outside the numbers, trying to hit Alberto again. Wiggins had the coverage on him. It was pretty good coverage, I'm not going to lie. I was hoping Alberto could use some of that size, though. All right, we're third down, guys. He put a little mustard on the football. It's like a little out route, guys. It was nothing special. All right, Shipley's offset to your right. It's a 3x1 stack this time. Bottom of your screen is your isolated player. Looks like John Ross is the isolated player. He's running a drag route. Yeah, they brought pressure and got to him. Pickett immediately saw the blitz and just folded into himself, guys. Oh. Come on, Pickett. I don't know how I feel about Pickett after this, guys. I think he's, like I said, I do think he is better than what we had last year. But some of those guys that thought Pickett was going to take Jalen's job, you're insane. That's like, it's like watching someone who's JV in high school comparing them to, a elite level NFL quarterback. It's not even close, in my opinion. You got to love the national media. They'll hang on to anything. Trotter definitely has an NFL career. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I think Trot looks pretty good. Man, I think the coaching staff's got to ask themselves a couple of really serious questions, guys. I do think Kenny Pickett is an upgrade over Mariota. I do. But I got to ask the question. I mean, do they really feel like that guy can come out there and win 2 games if we had to have him? If he had to win 2 games for us, if something happened, knock on wood, and he had to win 2 games, could he win 2 games? I ain't confident in that, guys. I'm not. I don't know that we shouldn't be giving more of a look to the young guy, to Tanner McKee. Let Tanner McKee get a look there for the backup job. I know they got Pickett on these contracts on a rookie deal, just like they got Tanner McKee for another couple of years as well. I don't know, guys. I'm starting to lean a little bit towards Tanner McKee, Team Tanner McKee for the backup job. All right, guys. Looks like we got a new set of guys. Patrick Johnson is in. Who's 96? Yeah, they're rotating some guys in. 96 is Gabe Hall. So Gabe Hall's in the game for the first time. He's playing the right defensive tackle spot. Then they got, is that 94 or 74? I can't read that number. I think that's PJ Mustipher. So I think they got PJ Mustipher in at the nose. They got Gabe Hall in as a 3 tech. And then they got Patrick Johnson. And then they got the young guy, Jalix Hunt. And I think defensive along the defensive line right now. So, I mean, they've definitely mixed it up a little bit tonight, guys. I mean, there's definitely been a rotation along the line. They're rotating all kinds of guys here. All right, guys. Here we go again. Man, Maddox is still in. Interesting. Mr. Sandman, I can't see that well. I know you have experience playing this stuff. I know you were a collegiate D lineman. It looks like they're playing some even 8-man run fits here. But I can't see the back half to see the overhangs. Overhang not meaning overhang as an edge rusher, guys. Overhang meaning the overhang of the run fit. Normally you'll see one side it'll be a corner or the nickel. The other side it'll be like the safety or a nickel. So that's normally a pretty good indicator that you got an 8-man fit. But yeah, I can't see. The angles aren't good enough right now, guys, for me to judge at. So I want to go back and I want to mark this. I know this is deep into the second quarter, guys. I want to see there's a clear change in philosophy for playing the run right now with Gabe Hall and these guys in. They switched it up a little bit in terms of the run fit. I want to go back and I want to see this a little better because I want to see if we got some like lever fill lever. I definitely want to see what's going on here. Yeah, that's what makes it tough to judge, Mr. Sandman. Is obviously second level players have their coverage responsibilities first, and then they come into the run fits. It's incredibly difficult to test, especially when you can't see the back end. I agree with you. It's a little difficult to test given the down and distance. But I think it was an 8-man. I think they were playing 8-man fit there, but they did it on the previous play too on second down. So I saw on this exchange here. There's definitely a little bit more even being played. Whew. All right, 4th and 3. Number 82 was fielding the punt there, Smith. So we did get a change there. No, not Perry Nicholson. Yeah, that was Ainias Smith, guys, fielding the punt there. All right, guys, we're under 2. Should be able to see a 2-minute offense here. Alberto split out. And he went back. Okay, good decision. Short pass again, though, just that Covey. The original read was to Alberto on the isolated side. They had that covered up well. He came back across the field and found Covey. All right, guys, we got a 3-by-1 stack, 3 buys to your bottom of your screen. Isolation's up top. John Ross is the isolation player. Pickett comes underneath, finds Covey again. So, yeah, 2-minute drill, guys. We're seeing them run their 2-minute offense. The offensive line has stayed relatively the same minus those earlier, movement at right guard. It's pretty much stayed the same. Oh, there we go. We got a flag. Ross was on the ground for whatever reason. I didn't see it until after, they kind of panned over there, but whoever number 5 was all over his back. Yeah, it's PI. Yeah, they gave us a PI call there. Oh, it's Armour Davis. I was pretty high on him a couple years ago. I'm not going to lie. Actually, Baltimore has drafted a lot of the guys I was pretty high on. I'm not going to in the corner and in the secondary in general. Wiggins, Armour Davis, TJ Tampa. I was high on all those guys. All right, 3-by-1 to the bottom. Top of your screen is the isolation guy. Oh, they were trying to get a deep one out there. Armour Davis with a good jam. Hey, that was isolation on John Ross. He got a jam on him, and Ross couldn't get free. It's a good battle out there. Armour Davis is really battling out there with John Ross. I mean, John Ross got a lot of foot speed, man. That guy can really fly. All right, now Ross is going over to the side with Covey. I can't see the field yet, guys. All right, 2-by-2 stack, offset, running back to the quarterback's right. Ooh, they were trying to fit it into Johnny Wilson. Not the best ball placement by Pickett, but still somewhat a catchable ball. It would have been a lot, though, because, he was taking a shot, Wilson was, and the ball was behind him and high. There goes that slant. We're going to see this a lot, guys. This is definitely the staples of the offense. I think, all things considered, I think Baltimore's defense, especially their coverage, has afforded themselves pretty well tonight with Armour Davis and Wiggins. The 2 guys have played pretty dang well. They've gotten caught a few times, but 3-by-1 to the bottom of your screen. Late release from Albert O. Pickett just throws to O. What are you doing, bro? There we go. Finally checks it down to Albert O. Pickett was keeping his eyes downfield, waiting to see something open. Kind of came off, I think, a little too late for Albert O, but still was a positive yardage, Set you up for a manageable situation. That's about like 3rd and 4-ish, that area, guys. Or is it 4th down, actually? I don't know if we're on 3rd or 4th down. I think we're on 3rd down. I think no, it is 4th and 4. Well, they're going for it. On the 2-minute, offense here. Alberto motions over. Now you're in a 3-by-1 stack to the bottom of your screen. Isolation player up top. And we got a timeout. Number 46 was the isolation player on top on that play. Obviously, they call timeout. They didn't like what they saw. That's Jacob Harris. So I've got a lot of warnings from people telling me that Jacob Harris he can fly. Big guy, lot of height, a lot of size, can move. So we'll see. I think it's the wrong guy out there at quarterback to utilize that type of thing, but we'll see. They definitely just try to get him in isolation. All right, guys, 4th and 4. All right, 3-by-1 stack. Johnny Wilson's a little confused on where to go. Covey's kind of taking command of everything. 3-by-1 stack, 3-by to the top of your screen. It's the field side. Okay, Covey's coming over. Now we're 2-by-2. Guys, come on. 2, 1. Get the ball, like Pickett. I am not. Look, there's still time. I'm not going to say that Pickett's cooked from this performance, but I think this performance could have gone better for Pickett if I'm being real. Now, that could have just been them trying to draw him off sides. I wish that we had a little bit more guts there and actually went for something. Yeah, I think they were just trying to draw him off sides, Mr. Sandman, but come on, man. I was hoping they took a shot there too, Mr. Sandman. It's a preseason game. Who cares? You know what I mean? Oh, Shipley with a good special teams play. Yeah, Baltimore's been a little on special teams. I'm not going to lie. We've been pretty decent. I give the Eagles credit. There's been a little up and down special teams wise, but for the most part, they've been pretty decent. All right, 42 seconds to go in the half. Baltimore has the ball around the 10-yard line. Their own 10. A lot of slipping out there. Field must be waterlogged from all the rain. Yeah, pretty good assumption, I think, Mr. Sandman. All right, guys. Jalen Hunt gets free. Dang, just missed him. Ooh, that was a bad concentration drop there, man. Wade. My guy had the ball, hit him right in the hands. Jalen Hunt got free. Got to make the play, though. Oh, he was looking upfield. Yeah, he was looking upfield and dropped the football. All right, 2nd and 10. Ringo's at the bottom of your screen. Top of your screen looks like Quinion. I think that's Quinion at the top of the screen. Another good play by Ringo, man. Ringo with another great play on Washington. Boy, Ringo's looking the part. I can't lie. Ooh, man, Ringo. If this kid develops any kind of ball skill, he's gonna be really good. Just the athleticism. That dude is strong. Like Ringo's a bigger player than I thought. I was like looking him up the other day, and he's like right around 6'2", just under it. Like dude plays like 205, 210 at the corner spot. Yeah, it looks like they're playing some stubby coverage out of that split field look stuff that they do, guys. So you got kind of like your boundary corners kind of playing up in that cover 2 side of things, and then you can see your field side corners playing off the ball a little bit. They look like they're playing some stubby principle to me in terms of the coverage here tonight. They're playing that Jeremy Pruitt style defense coverage at least. All right, Nia Smith has the ball. Ooh, well, I know that had to hurt. That had to hurt. He took a shot in the back. Boy, that's going to be an interesting conversation about Smith, guys. Ah, 15 seconds, guys. 15 seconds left in the half. All right, 2x2 stack, or 2x2 set. Running back is offset as Lou Nichols to the quarterback's left, shotgun formation. And something happened. Guess I'm going on with the clock or something. I don't have the volume on, guys, so I have no clue what this man's saying. All right, 2x2 again. All right, Pickett sacked again. Well, it's been a rough night for Pickett, guys. Whew, it was a rough night for Pickett. Good defense, though. I mean, I'm trying to give him a little leeway because this is, even though it's the backups, this is a good defense. Good fundamental defense. Like, they got good players in the game, even though it's not their starters per se. But he has not looked great tonight. Pickett has not looked great. That's to say the least, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to cut off now that we're at halftime. I'm going to eat some food and then enjoy the second half of this game where I can actually listen here and hopefully see a little better. We'll be back again. I'm going to try to do this for each preseason game, guys. And as the starters get in and stuff like that and we get through, I'll probably stick through the full games for those ones. But, yeah, guys, it's great seeing y'all again, talking to some of y'all, man. It's been a while, I know. But I appreciate you guys. And, boy, yeah, we got some things to talk about in the upcoming weeks, right, from what we saw here tonight. Definitely some guys that stood out to me and some guys that I'm a little concerned about. All right, y'all. Peace.